So there you go, Ruinberg it is, and we are starting from the green side.
Yep, and the green team will be You Are Dead, and the red team will obviously be Efficiency.
Yes, indeed. You Are Dead starting from the southern position, and as Andy had said, quite well, traditionally, conventionally, they are going for a city push.
Yep, and it looks like both teams predominantly heavy tanks.
Yes, as could be expected on this map. Once again, we've seen actually it's exactly the same lineup in terms of tank choice here. 2 light tanks each, and the rest remaining 5 heavy tanks out there.
Yep, and
they all went for tier 8 when it comes to heavy tanks. So definitely going for the firepower here.
Yep, so we actually have 5 tier 8 tanks on both teams, and the remaining 2 tanks are actually tier 1.
Yes, indeed, so 1 shot, 1 kill.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're either going to be scouting or going out there as bait, pretty much. But just because they're tier 1 tanks does not mean that they're useless. Actually, losing but 1 early on can definitely drastically change the course in terms of strategy, because if you lose 1 of those light tanks, your ability to scout and explore shall be considerably limited.
Yeah.
So once again, a pretty standard approach by You Are Dead, whereas right now we can see Efficiency actually going for the outskirts.
Yep.
Efficiency are going for the outskirts right here.
Yep.
And they're probably going to try either to cut in the middle or just go all the way down that eastern road.
Yeah, so Efficiency actually pushing down that east side. You know,
they actually left 1 tank up there, 1 heavy tank up there to defend their base in the ruins of that small outskirt, but on the outskirts of town. But yes, and so far You Are Dead, who clearly aren't moving.
Yep.
So once again, a very, very cautious approach. Well, once again, they are 1 set down, so I can understand where they're coming from, but perhaps not the best of strategies out there, because right now Efficiency are on the move.
Yeah, I think that You Are Dead, you know, they're playing a little bit too safe right now. Efficiency is doing a great job of catching
They're actually
their
just
opponent.
like hugging the limits of this map pretty much, and they're trying to outflank their enemies, and so far, you know what, it's actually working.
Yeah, yeah.
That much I can tell you right now, because well, you know, You Are Dead are not moving. They're just standing still. They're not even scouting at this point.
Yeah,
they're expecting actually Efficiency to come down from the city, whereas they are way on the opposite side, so it might be a brutal wake-up call actually.
Yep. So actually, Efficiency still pushing down that east side. It looks like they're just trying to group up in that bottom right-hand corner and then pushed out towards You Are Dead's base. And I don't think that You Are Dead have any idea what's going on.
Yes, indeed, You Are Dead. That seem quite clueless at the moment, and look at that. Well, it's a pretty standard approach. Efficiency, who have left the 2 heavy tanks right in the midsection of the map. I'm not in the midsection of the map, but in the middle of that eastern road, while moving in with the rest of their troops, trying to sneak in toward. Oh, and there you go.
They have been spotted.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, they have been spotted. They do know that You Are Dead. You Are Dead. 1 member getting taken down right now.
Yes, indeed.
And it looks like they're continuing to push down this.
Look at that, the second scout coming out, trying to figure out where the big tank is, but he's right behind him. That is not a good position.
Oh, what is he? Oh, I think he's just trying to, because he knows that this large tank can't hit him from there, so he's just kind of...
Yeah, obviously he's gonna squat there, but meanwhile, like, the heavy tank's going for the kills out there.
Oh man, many members.
You've got 2 heavy tanks coming down, converging on the T-32. That like Angel X, like pretty much like undercover, but for how long, that remains to be seen. And look at that, going for the push now.
Yep, it looks like Efficiency going for the push.
Absolutely.
They have taken out 1 member, and they are doing heavy damage to the T-30.
They
One
are
member going down on Efficiency side.
Yes, indeed. So we are down to a brilliant shot once again. Some very, very good macro and defending here from the city side. So basically, like Efficiency, who have lost a heavy tank at the moment, and 1 light tank as well.
Yep. three tanks getting taken down by on
Yes,
efficiency
indeed.
side now.
You Are Dead doing a wonderful job covering up for their position here. And once again, oh, and another kill here. It's a slaughter out there. Efficiency losing 3 of their heavy tanks. It's pretty much a lopsided battle now. All You Are Dead has to do is just push for it. Perhaps go for the enemy base, because right now there's not much that efficiency.
Yeah, there's not much efficiency you can do. I mean, there is a possibility that they can come back because it is a 4v3 right now. So it's not an unrecoverable position. However, definitely the advantage is going to You Are Dead right now. Heavy damage going down now onto IS-3. He looks like he will be taken out.
Definitely, and now you've got the 4 remaining You Are Dead heavy tanks strong here. You've got, of course, God Cow 1, Onion Head still out there pretty much and making the push. And they've all got very decent hit points, as a matter of fact.
Yep, and it looks very grim for efficiency right now.
Yes, indeed.
I really like their strategy, but I think that
Comics is actually the only one left with a heavy tank. You've got that one wee tier 1 scout pretty much by cars, but it looks pretty hopeless if you ask me. And yes, as you've mentioned, I really did like Efficiency's approach, but they were absolutely mangled in their attempt to take the southern part of town.
Yeah.
Definitely You Are Dead, they were more than ready for them. As a matter of fact, yes, I think that although You Are Dead lost initially their first scout, I think the fact that they managed to spot the efficiency heavy tanks coming their way allowed them the time to organize the defense around our base, and now look at that, all they have to do is just wait.
Yep, that is correct. They know that if they just wait this out, they will pull out the victory, so...
Yes, even, I mean, you know, at this point, pretty much, considering the remaining tanks, even if you add up like the tier points, it's absolutely ridiculous. This is a 32 on 9 right now, so they don't even have to capture the enemy base. All they have to do is wait for their enemies to just crash on them. Yeah,
exactly. They know that they are in a very commanding position right now. They know that it's very grim for efficiency, and because of that, they don't want to have any unnecessary risk. This game is pretty much in the bag.
It's all about safety as well, so you don't want to. Why try to make an unnecessary push if, for instance, your position is going to be compromised, or even worse, that scout might just even try to occupy you. Why even take the risk or risk the aggravation or the stress? All you got to do is just sit around your own base pretty much and wait for them to come at you and crash pretty much, which they undoubtedly will, or pretty much even just going to wait this out.
That is correct. A little over about 2 minutes now left in this match.
Yes, indeed, and it's going to be GG, definitely. Yes, efficiency, there's not much they can do at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure what efficiency can do to pull out this victory.
Well, Comics, and yes, at least if there were 2 heavy tanks, at least 2 heavy tanks, you might try to, okay, if hopefully you can take 1 tank out, which even right now is out of the question because we're talking about strong 4 heavy tanks, like sturdy heavy tanks with lots of hit points remaining, so that's out as well, but yes.
But I don't think there's anything efficiency can do unless they, you know, somehow amazingly pull off, you know, a 1v4. Because I mean that tier 1's not gonna do anything.
No, it certainly can't, obviously. But once again, if you talk about what happened in this particular set, I really thought once again that Efficiency's approach was pretty sneaky, and honestly, they almost pulled it off. But unfortunately, what did happen was that although You Are Dead lost one of their tier 1 light tanks scouting, they did manage to detect the efficiency approach, and once the heavy tanks were spotted, and basically, yeah, they did have the luxury of time to organize the defense around their base, and after that it was just, it came down to execution, and You Are Dead definitely doing massive damage. Yeah, those 5 heavy tanks converging into the same spot was absolutely brutal. The efficiency tanks got mangled.
Yeah, I believe, you know, I think that efficiency were a little bit too aggressive on that one. I mean, they kind of exposed themselves in an open area, you know, with that push, and then basically all You Are Dead had to do was just kill them off one by one.
Absolutely. So once again, this is a situation we've talked about, when we're introducing you to the tournament rules. Right now, we both teams are going for a stalemate draw, as a matter of fact, but it's not going to end in a draw because basically the tier point difference is way too high.